The skull is a bone structure that forms the head and vertebrates. It supports the structures of the face and provides a protective cavity for the brain. The skull is composed of two parts, the cranium and the mandible. In humans, these two parts are the neurocranium and the viscerocranium. Facial skeleton that includes the mandible as its largest bone. The skull forms the interior most portion of the skeleton and is a product of civilization, housing the brain and several sensory structures such as the eyes, ears, nose, and mouth. In humans, these sensory structures are part of the facial skeleton. Functions of the skull include protection of the brain, fixing the distance between the eyes to allow stereoscopic vision, and fixing the position of the ears to enable sound localization of the direction and distance of sounds. In some animals, such as horned ungulates, mammals with hooves, the skull also has a defensive function by providing the mount on the frontal bone for the horns. The English word skull is probably derived from Old Norse skull. The human skull fully develops 2 years after birth. The junctions of the skull bones are joined together by structures called sutras. The skull is made up of a number of fused flat bones and contains many foramina, foci, processes, and several cavities or sinuses. In zoology, there are openings in the skull called fenestrae. The human skull is the bone structure that forms the head in the human skeleton. It supports the structures of the face and forms a cavity for the brain. Like the skulls of other vertebrates, it protects the brain from injury.